Hello and good afternoon everyone. Myself Soikat Shom, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Haldia Institute of Technology. As we all know, in the civil engineering curriculum, we have two parts of environmental engineering. First part is the water related part and second part is the wastewater related part. Okay, so we are into the second part. We are for the lecture of Introduction to the Wastewater Engineering. This is the basic introduction part of the second part of that environmental engineering part, that is wastewater engineering and wastewater treatment, whatever you can say. Okay, so we are heading towards just the basic things of wastewater engineering. Before starting the wastewater and elaborating this topic, first we have to know the basic definitions of this topic. The basic things like the sewage, the sallage, the grey water, the backwater, different kinds of conveyance systems, what is the difference between sewage and sallage, different basic things you have to know. And these basic things are also very important for different kind of MCQ type of questions and competitive exams also. So this first chapter is a very important chapter and basic chapter to understand the whole wastewater engineering. Okay, so the first one is the sewage and drainage. We all used to pronunciate this word, that is sewage, that is drainage, the storm water, like that. But we have to understand the difference between this. So this chapter actually contains few important terms. That one is the sewage and sanitary sewage, drainage, storm water, sallage, black water, grey water. These are the basic important terms and different system of this wastewater. That is the sewage system, it is called. Different kinds of systems are there. There is a separate system, there is a combined system, partial separated system, and the advantages and disadvantages we have to go through in this chapter. So in this image you can see, everyone is very much familiar with this image actually. Every city has this kind of a dump, gutter type of thing, and this is actually the scenario, or whatever you can say, the main problem of our city, to dispose of our sewage, to dispose of the drainage and storm water. So this is a very important aspect of our society, which we have to counteract to for our livelihood. Okay, so this is actually the sewage. This is actually the sewage. Different kind of waste used to dump in a single place, and after few days of its from this place to that place, after few days, the sewage becomes this a black like kind of thing. So we'll discuss about this. What is a black water and what is a grey water, like this. Okay. So the next thing is sewage and sanitary sewage. Sewage or sanitary sewage. Different terms you have to remember. That is a sewage or sanitary sewage. In different kinds of exams, they can say what is sanitary sewage. You have to remember sewage as well as sanitary sewage, both these terms. Okay, sewage or municipal or domestic sewage. As you can see from this term, municipal or domestic sewage, the sewage which comes directly from the domestic part or for the residential part, that part of waste is called the sewage or domestic sewage. The definition, you go through this. The municipal or sewage water is that kind of waste that is produced from the community of people. Community of people means from our society. It is characterized by its volume, physical, chemical, toxic constituents, and biological status. The physical, chemical parameters, biological parameters, and its treatment you have to go through in the next few chapters. These are very important chapters from competitive exam point of view as well as from the grade point of view, NET point of view, right? There are different kinds of sewage is there. Different kinds of sewage is there. No, total sewage. This is of our from our society. In our society, we used to it consists of the residential building, institutional building, industrial building. That all this comes in our society. The whole waste is called the sewage. But there is a differentiation over there. First one is the domestic or sanitary sewage. The waste which generates from the residents and institutions carries bodily waste, washing water, food preparation waste, laundry waste. These are classified as the domestic or sanitary sewage. Domestic or sanitary sewage. That means that comes from the households. And next thing is the commercial waste. Commercial waste, the term from the commercial waste you can remember very easily. Those commercial parts like very store or any service establishment, servicing center. From this the waste generates, the liquid generates, that is called the commercial waste. Okay. And the next thing is the industrial wastewater. Industrial wastewater means the waste which generates from the industrial purpose, from manufacturing, for goods handling and all these things. The waste that generates is called the industrial waste. Okay. So these are the three types of sewage is there. The waste sewage, the term itself is termed as a sewage. This is commercial waste. The industrial wastewater. Whole this term is called as a sewage. Okay. So the next term is a very important term, that is the surface runoff or storm water. Surface runoff, or it can be said that is the storm water. Okay. Runoff, that means it is running off. Okay. So surface runoff means the storm water or the rain water. Storm water or the rain water or ice melting water or anything else. This kind of naturally occurring water, which you can say, that flows over the surface and infiltrates is over there. The flowing of this water actually accumulate into a gutter or into a drainage. Okay. So this water is called the surface runoff. This water is called the surface runoff. So this is a very important term. The surface runoff is known as the storm water and is rapidly runs over the ground to a defined channel and infiltrates it to the ground, and that surface runoff meets the groundwater which contains suspended particulate matter containing from the leachate and debris from urban streets, highways, carries all over the collection point. That means the rainwater, which used to natural phenomena, that rainwater comes from the cloud and then it starts infiltrating our ground and then infiltrating it to that of the groundwater. After its permanent wilting point, or after you can say permanent point, the excess of rainwater used to run off from that of the surface. One image is there, from there you can understand this very properly. You can see the image, that one is the surface runoff or storm water image. That you can see the run water after percolating or after infiltrating to that of the ground, it runs over the ground from the roadways, from the side of the roads and from the field or anywhere else. It runs from the road also, it runs over there and it's collected in a collecting point, or it meets to the pond, or it meets to the drain or anything else. This is the surface runoff. The runoff means the storm water. That storm water runs over the surface and meets to a collecting point and meets with that of the sewage and that of the domestic sewage. Whole is a collecting in a single place. This is called the surface runoff. Okay. So the definition is very clear over there. Surface runoff is the rainwater which runs over the ground and meets in a collecting point. It actually contains a heavy amounts of suspended particle over there. Just because this runs over ground and it infiltrates over the ground, so it has a heavy contents of the suspended particulates matter, and it comes over, it touches the debris, touches the municipal solid waste products. So that's why this has a very big amount of contamination is there in that of the surface runoff. Okay, from this image you can see this is a sewage. This used to we can see this in every city also. Okay, so this is a sewage. This is a domestic sewage which comes from the domestic purposes, and this is the surface runoff. These three kinds of waste are there. We are accumulating it into a single point, single collecting point. Okay. So the next thing is what are the different kinds of pollutants. We have gone through that different types of sewages. Okay. So sewage means is a pollution. It has certain amount of contamination. As we have said already, there is storm water. There is a certain amount of suspended particle is there. But from the domestic sewage, there wasn't that much of the suspended particles. But storm water has a very high amount of suspended particle is there. Okay. So different types of pollutants present in that of the sewage. Organic pollutants, pathogens, organic pollutants as well as inorganic pollutants are also there. Sewage, that is a complex chemical compound, okay. Distinctive chemical characteristics, these include high concentration of ammonia, nitrate, phosphates, nitrogen, alkalinity, turbidity, suspended particles, everything is there. The pH range is ranging from 7 to 8. The organic concentration used to be very high in that of the domestic sewage. For that organic contamination, the BOD, COD amount is also be high. As we all know, the drinking water BOD should be nil, but in the sewage part, in the domestic sewage part, the BOD, COD concentration is very high over there. So this need to be treated. This need to be treated if we used to dispose of in this, in the river or into a sea, anywhere else. We need to dispose it off. We cannot collect it from a long period of time. We have to dispose it after treatment. Okay. So this characterization is very much important. We will read it in the next chapter. That is the characterization of wastewater. On that characterization, we will see the different characterization, like how much ammonia should be present over there, how much BOD, COD should be present over there, how much nitrate, nitrogen, nitrite, how much organic content should be present over there. This belongs to a separate chapter. Okay. So just in this first chapter, the basic thing, what kinds of pollutants it could consist of. Okay. So these are the pollutants we have in our sewage. So this is the organic pollutants over there. Some organic pollutants, here the line is written organic matter of the sewage. The organic matter also acts as a nutrient for the water. Organic matter used to be a nutrient for the water to flourish into the water. So these are the organic pollutants as well as nutrients. And different pathogenic bacteria is also there. Sewage contains different sewage contains the human feces, excreta, urine, everything is there. That is a very contaminated thing, and that used to contain the pathogens, and therefore contains pathogens. That is a bacteria might be present over there, virus might be present over there, protozoa, parasites, different kinds of pathogenic things used to present over there. Okay, so these are the pollutants in the sewage. So the next thing is drainage or storm water. We have already discussed over there what is the storm water in the last slide. We have called surface runoff. We have talked over there, and this is drainage or storm water. Surface runoff, drainage, storm water is all are the same things. You have to remember the separate terms, separate name over there. Storm water is that water which is originates from the rain, not only rain. The question might become only the rain. No, not only the rain. It contains snow, ice melt, different kinds of places has different kinds of precipitation over there. Okay, so that in if you consider the place like Sikkim, there is a snow over there, ice melts, and that generates the runoff. So not only the rain, different kinds of things can generate the runoff. Okay. Storm water can infiltrate through the soil, stored in the land surface, evaporate, most of the times conveyed directly to the nearby streams, rivers or other water bodies without treatment. We have already discussed about this in the last slide. Okay, so you just have to remember the thing, that is the drainage or storm water. So the next comes the important term, that is the silage. Okay, grey water, black water. Okay, different kinds of important terms are there. Grey water. These are very important. Silage. We have already discussed about the sewage, and now we are discussing about the silage. Different terms, but used to sound like similar. Okay. Silage is a domestic waste that other than which comes from the toilet. Okay. Silage means, sewage means what? Sewage means every waste, accumulating every waste, that is called the sewage. Okay. But silage, the waste other than the toilet. We used to generate the toilet waste like feces, urinal, toilet papers. Except these things, the whole waste is called the silage. Domestic waste like the vegetable peels also, the laundry waste also. This comes under the silage, but not the waste we generate from the toilet or urinaries. Okay. Silage which comes from the food preparation, personal washing, washing of household properties, clothes, It is also called the grey water. Okay, the water which does not contain any toilet waste is called the sallage or the grey water. Okay, and next thing, black water, the opposite thing. Opposite thing means black water in which comes from the toilet. Okay, so the difference between these two things you have to understand: grey water and black water. Grey water means that doesn't contain toilet waste. Black water means that contains the toilet waste. Black water which comes from the toilet likely contains pathogens. Basically, it contains human feces, urine water, toilet paper from the flushing of toilets. Okay, it's a very clear thing, very easy thing actually. Grey water, black water, sallage, this kind of things. Okay, the grey water, basically it is the same as the sallage, which we have told over here. Sallage or grey water is the same thing. So we are not discussing this slide. Okay, same thing. Grey water is same as that of the sallage. So now it comes the different conveyance system. We have already discussed different kinds of waste, how we are generating and how we are getting in a single field. But now we have to discuss about how we are transporting that. Generating household waste we used to dispose of in our drain. The drain goes and meet our bigger drain. That bigger drain is meet into the nala kind of thing in our city, and that nala is going to meet the river. So this is a transportation of this waste we have to consider. We have to consider different types of conveyance system. Sewage or sewerage conveyance system it is called. Okay, different kinds of conveyance system is there. Basically the three types of conveyance system are there: separate system, combined system and partially separated system. Three kinds of conveyance system is there. Sewage system is the infrastructure that conveys sewage and surface water using sewer. It composes of the receiving in the drains, manholes, pumping stations, storm overflows and screen chokes. Okay, three parts: separate sewage system, combined sewage system and partially separate system. Separate sewage system means, the name suggests, two different types of pipes are there. Two different types of collecting system is there. Okay, one pipe is for the sewage and one pipe is for the storm water. Okay, why these two things are different? Because storm water contains a heavy amount of suspended solid. If there is a heavy amount of suspended solid, it can be choked anytime. But domestic sewage or household sewage or municipal sewage, whatever you can say, that doesn't contain that much of suspended solid, but that is a more contaminant as compared to that of the storm water. Okay, so these two separate pipes are there for the two separate waste. First one is the separate sewage, is two different pipes. One is for carrying the storm water or the rainwater, and another one is for the carrying the sanitary sewage. Okay, combined sewage means, the name as it suggests, combined sewage means two combination of these two waste in a single pipe. Okay, combination of these two waste, that is the domestic sewage as well as the storm water. These two collected in a single pipe. That is called the combined sewage. Okay, combined sewage has only one pipe. Sanitary sewage from the houses and commercial firms flushes to the pipe. Okay, and rainwater, that is the storm water, flows into the same pipe and mixed over there. This is a combined system. One pipe we needed. From this, what we can say, the advantage of this is we can it is a cost cutting thing actually. And partial separate system, a partially separate system is combination of combined system and separate system. There is a combination of these previous two. Okay, this type of sewage system helps to decrease the load from the combined system, because only the water from the initial rainfall is added to the sewage water. Initial rainfall is added to the sewage water, and after that this system works as a separate system. Initial rain, that means which the rain starts, that initial rain from that of the house pipe, it collects in a drain. Okay, so that's why it is called the combined sewage, partially separate system. There is a combination of these two. So these are the three types of sewage system or conveyance system is there. The main the difference we have understood, but the main thing what we have to consider for the exam point of view is that the advantages and disadvantages of this. These advantages of separate system and combined system, advantages of separate system and partial separate system, the comparison as well as. Okay, so now we are heading to that of the advantages and disadvantages of these three systems. First one is the combined sewage system. Less construction cost, what we have said, we don't need two different kinds of pipe, we just need one single pipe, so cost cutting is there. Low construction cost, no choking problem is there because one bigger size of pipe is there for the both two kind of sewage, so no choking problem is there. Strength of the toxic water will be reduced. Disadvantage, due to the sewage, some toxicity prevails in the sewage system, okay. Domestic sewage and the feces and the what we have already discussed, the grey water, black water, everything comes under the one single pipe, or everything collected in a single system, so there is a toxicity over there, pathogens, bacteria is there also, so this thing is a little bit of disadvantages over there. Initial cost will be more because whole city or whole system we have to accommodate in a single pipe, so it is a initial cost will be higher, but less construction cost is there because two pipe we don't need. Problem in handling, bigger pipe we have to handle it carefully. Next thing is separate sewage system. Advantage is there, the storm water will not become toxic. Storm water is different thing. In a previous system, in the previous system combination combined sewage system, we have discussed the single pipe. It is collected in a single point. There storm water is also there, domestic sewage is also there. Storm water is not that much contaminated. Okay, so storm water doesn't need that much of treatment, but sewage water or the domestic sewage that needs the treatment. So separate system, we can separate the storm water that doesn't need the treatment. So we just only can treat the sewage water. So the storm water will not become toxic, more efficient than the combined system. Two different system of pipes, more efficiency is there. Problem of choking, just we have already discussed, the suspended solid particle is very much higher in the storm water, so there is a problem of choking. Flushing will be required for cleaning purposes. If it's choked severely, we need to flush, we need to maintenance it as early as possible. Okay. Next thing is partially separated system. The sizes of sewer are not very large and some portion of storm is carried through the open drain. Silting problem is completely eliminated because partially separated things. First rainwater comes, initial rain comes over there, more things are there in the, more of the sewage is over there. Storm water will be less toxic. The disadvantage is there, the storm water will put some extra load to the treatment system. The toxicity of the sewage water will increase. These are some advantages and disadvantages of this whole three systems. And now the comparison between combined system and separate system. The comparison is, this slide is very much important for a 5 marks kind of question or short note kind of question for our curriculum. So this you have to remember for the exam point of view. Combination system and separate system. We have already discussed about this broadly. Just we are getting through these points. What is the actual difference between the combined system and separate system? As treatment of sewage and storm water both is done, so treatment cost is costly. Okay, the quantity of sewage to be treated is less because no treatment of storm water is required for the separate system. Separate system, we have a different pipe for the storm water. In the cities of less rainfall, this system is more effective. The cities of less rainfall, the system is more effective. Where the rainfall is very less, why do we prefer two different drain pipes? Okay, the cities like us, this Kolkata, we don't have that much of the rain over there. Only a fixed point is there. Only the rainy season is there for the rain. So why would we consist of two different kinds of drain pipes? We can accommodate it in a single pipe system, that is a combined sewage system. Okay. In the cities of less rainfall, this system is more effective. In the cities of more rainfall, the system is more effective. Overall construction cost is higher than separate system. Overall construction cost is higher, but two sets of pipe is required over there. This system is cheaper. Okay, two lines is there laid, and the first construction cost is less, but the maintenance cost is very high for the separate sewage system because there is a problem of choking, there is a problem of flushing over there. Okay, so two different kinds of things are there. We have to identify it according to our city. It is more suitable for the narrow streets, the streets which only accommodate one pipe. There we can accommodate the combined system. In narrow streets, it is difficult to use. Two different kinds of type we have to accommodate. So in a narrow streets, it is not possible to accommodate. High degree of sanitation is achieved because all the sewage water is treated. Combined sewage system, we are collecting rainwater as well as sewage system. So the whole water is being treated. So there is more high degree of accuracy is there. Less degree of sanitation is achieved in this system as storm water is not treated. It is very clearly written and very clearly understood what is the difference between the combined system and separate system. Okay, so this is the all of that of the basic which we have learned in the first chapter. Okay, so this is just the basic thing. We used to use these terms in our next classes also. So this term you have to remember very carefully. Okay, so this is it for the day and thank you.